Somewhere out there is a YouTube thumbnail that says, I made $2,000 just browsing the internet with Brave. Well, I'm going to save you the click. Brave Rewards is real, the token is real, but the payouts are real as well. But the number people quote you is almost never the number you'll actually see in 2026. So let's break down exactly what Brave pays, why it's gotten worse, and whether it's worth turning on at all. So the quick version here is that Brave blocks ads by default, but if you opt in to Brave Rewards, it shows you occasional privacy-preserving ads. The matching happens on your own device, so your history never gets sent anywhere, and in exchange, you earn a crypto token called BAT. Now, this is short for Basic Attention Token. The split is 70-30. 70% of what advertisers pay goes to you, 30 stays with Brave. And that's generally a fair deal compared to most ad networks. You can hold the BAT, this is the token, you can tip creators with it, or you can cash it out through a connected account. And as of late 2025, you're not even locked into a custodial exchange anymore. Brave opened up self-custody payouts to a Solana wallet, so you can receive your BAT without handing your ID to a third party if you don't want to. Now, sounds solid so far, but here's where the honesty comes in. BAT token hit an all-time high of around 191, but this was like back during the peak of Web3 advertising hype cycle. But right now, in 2026, it is trading at this price right here. So you can see it is very low. Now, it is the same amount of BAT, but massively less money. That's the single biggest thing nobody mentions in the Get Rich with Brave videos. The token collapsed over 90% from its peak, and it hasn't shown real signs of recovery. So what does this mean in practice? Well, most users browsing normally earn a few dollars of BAT a month. Heavier users in high ad inventory countries like the US, if they browse several hours a day, might see somewhere around $10 to $15 a month and your country matters more than your effort. Ad inventory is regional, so the exact same browsing habits pay differently depending on where you live. Now, the payout threshold is 15 BAT before you can withdraw. At today's price, that's roughly $1.50 worth of tokens you need to stack up just to hit minimum payout. Now, let that sink in for a second. This is not income. This is just loose change. Now, there is one version of this that can add up to something, but it's not passive browsing. If you're a content creator, you can register as a verified Brave creator, and you can receive tips and BAT directly from your audience. Now, people who've done this well have reported pulling in anywhere between 15 to 100 BAT a month in tips on top of their browsing earnings. But notice the catch. That number is denominated in BAT. It is not in dollars. At the token's peak, 100 BAT was worth serious money. At today's price, that same 100 BAT is worth about $9 to $10. So even the best case creator path is a modest add-on, not a business. Treat any BAT you earn as something to convert immediately if you actually want to get those dollars, because the trend for years now has been down, not up. So here's the honest reframe. Brave isn't a money app pretending to be a browser. It's genuinely fast, privacy-focused browser that happens to have a rewards layer bolted on. It's really good if you just don't want to see ads nowhere. All right? 100 million people use it monthly now, and most of them aren't there for the BAT. They're there because it blocks trackers and loads pages faster. If you already use Brave, turning on rewards costs you nothing and hands you a few dollars a month for ads you were never going to see anyway. That's a fine deal. But if you're installing Brave specifically because a video told you it's a side hustle, just stop it. You will not replace an hour of real work with an hour of ad-supported browsing. Not even close. Brave isn't the only browser dangling a reward in front of you, so let's put it next to the closest comparison. And it's presearch, which pays you its own token, pre. It's been down lately, but the data says presearch pays around 0.05 pre per search, capped near 30 searches a day. So that's roughly $2 to $4 a month from search alone if you max it out. If you line them up, and it's the same story with a different mascot. Brave pays you for tolerating ads. Presearch pays you for switching search engines. Both convert your attention into a small, volatile token. Neither moves your bank balance in any meaningful way. Running both of these isn't unreasonable if you want every drop, but don't confuse collecting 2 trickles with building income. Now, if you're already a heavy internet user, several hours a day, based in a country Brave actually serves well, turning on rewards is a free money you are leaving on the table. You set it, forget it, sweep the bat into dollars when it hits payout threshold, and you move on. If you're a creator with an existing audience, registering as a Brave creator is worth the 10 minutes it takes. Worst case, nobody tips you and you lost nothing. Best case, it's a small supplemental stream layered on top of whatever you're already monetizing. YouTube ads, sponsorships, whatever else. But if you don't already fall into one of those 2 buckets, if you're starting from zero specifically to chase Brave income, this isn't the hustle, all right? You earn more from an hour of freelance work, or an hour of part-time shift, or honestly, an hour spent learning a skill that scales. Brave Rewards is a passive bonus for people already online. It was never designed to be a primary plan, and the collapsed token price makes the gap even more obvious than it used to be. So 3 things to watch before you get involved. First of all, payout access depends on where you live. Custodial partners like Uphold, Gemini, Bitflyer, they each serve different regions, and that list changes. Check Brave's current region list before assuming you can actually withdraw anything. Number 2, BAT is a volatile crypto asset, not a stable currency. The dollar value of what you're earning can move under you week to week. Don't treat a BAT balance like a bank balance. And number 3, and this one is important, there are scam accounts on social media impersonating Brave, promising to double any BAT you send them. This is not how the real rewards program works. Brave never asks you to send tokens to a wallet to get more back. If you see that, it's a straight up theft attempt, not a program feature. So, can you make money with Brave Browser in 2026? Technically, yes. Realistically, you're looking at a few dollars a month for normal use, maybe 10 to 15 if you're like a heavy US-based browser, but and something modest on top if you're a creator getting tipped. That's not nothing, but it's not a plan either. It's the kind of thing you let run quietly in the background while you build actual income somewhere else, not something you center a strategy around. Just keep that in mind. If someone tells you like Brave Rewards is their income source, ask them what year they're talking about. Because in the token's early hype days, sure, some people did well. In 2026, with BAT down over 90% from its high, that math just doesn't hold anymore. Just use Brave. It's a good browser. Let the BAT be a rounding error, not a retirement plan. So yeah, just use it because you don't want to see ads anymore. It's good for that. And it has a VPN feature as well. So yeah, catch you in the next one.